everybody, it's Michelle at the Colorado Wolf and Wildlife Center, and today I'm here with Navi and Tala. It is super windy though, so we're just going to do our introduction here, and then we will have some B-roll and a voiceover for you for today's Wolf Talk video. Unfortunately, today I have a lot of awful and devastating news. I'm going to start off first by addressing that one of Colorado's newly reintroduced wolves wandered into Wyoming, where he was killed by the USDA's Wildlife Services, allegedly for killing livestock. So none of the wolves that came from British Columbia ever crossed paths with livestock in the area that they came from. They only noticed the CPW collar after they had killed the wolf. And since CPW and USDA have only stated that the wolf got killed for depredation mitigation, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, and I doubt we'll ever actually get those answers. So that does leave Colorado now with only 28 wolves. That is our minimum count instead of the 29 that we did have. But hopefully this year we will see some more reproduction and then another 15 wolves reintroduced in early 2026 to help boost that population. So on that note, I also wanted to mention that the anti-wolf campaign that we've talked about before, called Smart Wolf Policy Colorado, is ramping up their propaganda and turning to that age-old story of wolves being a threat to people. They used a single non-life-threatening bite that occurred in Canada as to their reason that wolves shouldn't be reintroduced. But I think it's a really good time to remind people that moose in Colorado attack about 4 people every year, and they are a species that was introduced here. But nobody seems to care when it comes to moose attacking people, even though they are far more dangerous to people than wolves are statistically. There's also another group out there that is now selling hats and shirts claiming to eat wolves in order to raise money against the wolf reintroduction. So we've talked about it so many times, but coexistence is key to living with all wildlife. And I wanted to take a moment to mention that Rocky Mountain Wolf Project is raising funds to help provide tools to ranchers to help them coexist with wolves. Now, of course, the Rocky Mountain Wolf Project is a nonprofit organization. Donations are tax deductible. So if you are on YouTube, I'm going to put that link in our description. Facebook, of course, has the link in the description as well. And our Instagram, Blue Sky, and Flashes will have the link in the bio. So like I said at the very beginning of this video, I do have a lot of bad news, and most of this bad news is going to be coming from Montana. We've posted a lot about it lately, but there are 3 anti-wolf bills right now that have already passed through parts of the legislature. HB 176 requires Fish and Game to lift wolf quotas and allow unlimited hunting and trapping of wolves until the population is halved to only about 550 animals. Then there's HB 219, which is essentially creating a bounty on wolves. They're claiming it is to, quote unquote, reimburse the costs of hunting and trapping wolves, which is a ridiculous notion on its own, but they are going to pay $1,000 for every dead wolf. But perhaps most disturbing of all is HB 258, which was sponsored by Paul Fielder. And let me tell you what his direct quote was before telling you what the bill is. But he said, quote, "When I spray weeds, I also spray the seedlings. When I spray the hornet's nest, I spray the larva too," end quote. So yeah, that's right. He is comparing wolf puppies, literal babies, to weeds and larvae. As such, HB 258 specifically extends the hunting season on wolves by almost 3 months, making it 10 months out of the year, and specifically extending it into the season where puppies are born and fully dependent on their parents. He wants hunters to go out and slaughter puppies. So now is the time to start contacting senators, since these bills have already passed the full House. Unfortunately, they passed along party lines, which I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, conservation is not political. We do have a link in our bio to help Montana wolves. If you can comment, please do so. They really need your help now. So I know that this isn't what everybody wanted to hear today, but we believe in keeping you all informed of what is happening, because together, our voices can make a difference for our wolves and wildlife. So we hope to see you all again next week, and hopefully it'll be a lot less windy so we can do one of our normal weekly Wolf Talk videos. See you then.